Cardi B making history. Diddy's trial taking a wild turn. Jay-Z fighting back in court, and Halle Bailey spotted with a mystery guy who's got ties to Kendrick Lamar. What's up, y'all? It's your boy Heaven Hollywood back on the IE Network. This is the Heaven Hollywood Report, and let's get to it. And let's kick these things off with the queen herself, Cardi B. Cardi! Now, her latest single, Outside, just debuted at number 10 on the Billboard Hot 100 this week. Now, y'all, this is huge because according to posts on X, Cardi B becomes the first female rapper to have 3 solo top 10 debuts on Hot 100, surpassing her own record with Invasion of Privacy. We're talking Up, WAP, and now Outside, all hitting that top 10 mark. Nobody's doing it like that girl, Cardi B. It also becomes her 13th top 10 hit. So she's doing it big. She is leading the most top 10 hits of any female rapper ever. Now, this achievement cements her as a trailblazer in the game, breaking barriers for female rappers everywhere. And let's be real, Cardi's unapologetic energy and raw lyricism are why she keeps winning. But that's not all. She also got us hype for her upcoming album, Am I the Drama? Dropping September 19th. She dropped a fire trailer for it, and limited edition signed box sets are up for pre-order. Cardi even said on X, once these are gone, they're gone. So you know the fans are going to be out there scrambling. So, what do y'all think of Outside? And are you copping a box set? Let me know down in the comments. Take a look at this trailer. Now, let's shift gears to some serious news. The Sean Diddy Combs trial has almost come to an end. And yesterday was a big day. Now, the jury's been deliberating, and they sent back notes that has everyone talking. According to reports, they reached a partial verdict on counts 2 through 5. That is the trafficking and transportation charges. All right? But they're stuck on the racketeering conspiracy charge. The judge told them to keep deliberating, so we're likely to get a final verdict today. All right? Now, Diddy was looking rough in court, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie. Sources say he turned to his family, tapped his heart, and said, I'll be okay. You could feel the weight of the moment. If convicted on all charges, he faces 15 years to life, which would be a devastating blow to his legacy and to hip-hop as a whole. And this image right here that we see of him making the heart might end up being the lasting image that we have, unfortunately, of Sean Puffy Combs, who has been a staple in the hip-hop community since the 90s. We have not really seen his face since there's no coverage of the trial. We have not seen Sean Combs' face since September 2024. And if he is convicted, it will be a long time before we see Sean Combs' actual face again. I mean, it's really quite sad. It really is. I cannot emphasize that although I believe that Diddy should be punished for the crimes that he has committed, it makes me sick to my stomach, and I'm really tired of seeing black men get accused of stuff that they didn't do. You want to put him in jail for the domestic violence, you want to put him in jail for the assault and battery, I'm all for it. But because you did not get a chance, and because they never called the police on him, and none of his significant others ever called the police on him, so now you're going to double back and get him for stuff that he didn't do, just because the statute of limitation never expires. It's not right. It's terrible, and I hope to God that he wins on an appeal, because we know he's going to be trying to appeal it. So, this is crazy. A lot of fans on X are saying this trial feels unfair, pointing to the intense media scrutiny and questions about the evidence. If Diddy gets hit with a lengthy sentence, an appeal, like I said, is coming, because the defense has been fighting hard, arguing the prosecution case relies on shaky testimony and bias. Several of the witnesses has lied on the stand. So, what do you guys take in this trial? You think it's justice being served, or do you feel like me and feel like it's a witch hunt? Drop your thoughts below. And speaking of legal battles, Jay-Z is not backing down either. His defamation and extortion lawsuit against Tony Busby was dismissed by the Los Angeles judge this week. But Jay and his lawyer, Alex Spiro, are already gearing up for an appeal. Now, this all stems from a grave allegation against Jay-Z and Diddy, which Jay-Z has called heinous and a blackmail attempt. He sued Busby, claiming the lawyer tried to extort him with false claims. But Judge Mark Epstein dismissed these claims. Now, here's what Alex Spiro told Rolling Stone. He said, "We are surprised and disappointed by this ruling, which turns on the misapplication of California law on the admissibility of the investigators' statements. Notably, the judge expressly states that his decision would have changed dramatically if he had admitted the statements into evidence, as they would have shown not only that Carter had nothing to do with any actual assault on Doe, but that Busby knew it, and thus the court would come out the other way on this motion." What does it say about our justice system if someone can knowingly bring about completely false claims of the most heinous nature imaginable against an innocent individual and get away with it on a technicality? So Spiro's not mentioning words. Jay-Z's team is pushing back, and they're pushing hard to overturn this. Meanwhile, Busby's celebrating the dismissal, calling it a huge win on X. The legal saga is far from over. Y'all, who's got the stronger case here? Do you think Jay-Z will win on an appeal? Let me know down in the comments. And finally, let's lighten things up with some tea. Now, Halle Bailey was recently spotted out with a mystery guy, and the internet went wild trying to figure out who he is. Turns out he's none other than a producer who's worked closely with Kendrick Lamar. Now, that producer's name is Scott Bridgeway, and they were spotted out in Italy. Look at fast-ass Holly. Spotted out, on a boat out in Italy. Now, no official word yet on whether this is a romantic link or just a professional vibe. But, judging from these kisses, that don't look like no professional vibe. That look like a romantic link. But we'll keep you updated. Diddy G been out here with his new girl. So it's only right, I guess Halle's saying it's time for me to pop out and show N-words. Y'all let me know down in the comments what you think about all these topics. Oh man, oh man, oh man. It's your boy Heaven Hollywood for the IE Network. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with your friends.